Look at this. It looks like seaweed. And then I'm in the woods. It's got a load of rhododendron in the woods. And some water, as usual. Oh, no, I can't see it. There you go, through the trees. Tiny, tiny tree. I checked, it's definitely attached. Oh, I've got to get it in focus. The leaves are too white. Oh no, I've got too many things in my hands. Hey, look how cool it is. I've spent the last 3 summers taking photos of people rafting, but barely been on a raft myself. At the end of this summer, I joined a couple of raft guides I'd become friends with for some adventures down the River Tay. Our first trip involved camping on an island overnight. The first crazy storm in October brought insanely high water levels on the Tay. The river just kept going up and up over the weekend. It has been an incredibly loud weekend for me, between the totally insane rain that I've just never seen rain like that in such a short period of time. Just and so sustained, just absolutely mad. And then the river's so high. I was out shooting rafts with a camera, obviously, shooting rafts over the weekend, and the river was so loud, and because I couldn't get down the back road because it was flooded and couldn't get to half my photo spots, and therefore couldn't usually kind of know where the rafts are on the river, I was just headed straight to the last big bit, and that just meant standing there watching amazing water, but standing there for like 20 minutes not being entirely sure when the rafts are going to come, so wanting to be ready, because they move really fast when the river's high. And it was just deafening, absolutely deafening. And then I was parked outside one of my workplaces because I wanted somewhere that wasn't going to flood, and also there's a little undercover bit that my van could squidge under, but it meant being right by the road. So as much as it was very useful to stay dry for 2 evenings when it was raining a crazy amount, I just feel like my ears are sore and I feel like I need quiet. So I have now escaped, and I'm hoping that where I've gone to is going to be quiet, because sore ears and just my head feels very like, if that makes any sense. It feels noisy and busy, and I think I need to wind down. I think it's like sensory, too much sensory input over the weekend makes me just feel like wired, I think. Maybe the word. I don't really know how to explain this. Need to come down again. So I'm going to chill where I am for a while. I've got a wetsuit hanging outside the back of the van, which hasn't happened for a few weeks because I haven't been in the water for a couple of weeks. But that's hanging off the back of the van, trying to dry, because I went out rafting after work on Saturday because the river was crazy high, and 2 of the guides that I'm friends with decided that after doing 2 client trips, they wanted to get back on the river again because it was so much fun. I am going to show you guys some video of that because it's kind of cool and totally crazy. I was just trying to explain to a friend how I feel, and it turns out that there is an emoji that maybe sums it up better than I can in words. I'm going to see if I can put that on the screen so that you can see what I mean. That's how I feel right now. When it finally stopped raining and the sun came out on the Monday, I couldn't resist checking out the Berks with high water levels, before retreating to somewhere quiet. Wood sorrel makes for a tasty woodland snack. There's something about how these little beetles walk that just makes me so happy. I had my last couple of canyon trips in the middle of October. After that, it's just too cold for me to want to get in the water, and also totally impossible to dry my wetsuit out. One of my favourite evenings in October was when some friends left me alone in their house with their piano. It turns out my short fingers still get muddled in all the same places they used to. My piano is probably the thing I miss most about living in a van, even more than I miss having a toaster. My electrics has stopped working this morning. I don't know what's going on with it. My heater did stop working last night, but everything else was still on. My 12 volt socket and stuff, I was charging my phone. And this morning, nothing. My inverter is off. Everything's off. It's very cold, so the fridge is probably cold enough, but everything else is not working. It's frosty outside. It's really cold. I'd have liked to put my heater on this morning. And the sun is starting to come in the back windows, but it's hiding from some trees, and it is, I don't know if that's going to work. It is super cold, and I don't know what's gone wrong with it. I've tried pulling the fuse for the heater because it was started making a weird noise this morning, just like a buzzing, but I haven't got the same size fuse for some reason in my spare fuses, and I'm going to have to get out of bed, which I don't want to do because it's cold, and root around in my electrical box and try and figure out what's going on. I wanted to spend the day editing today, and now I'm not sure that's going to happen because I have to figure out my electrics. Meh. It turned out to be stunning outside, so I guess it's lucky my electrics played up and made me get out of bed a wee bit earlier. I did get it all working again with the usual trusty electronics method, full-on reset, which for me was by unwiring things from my battery.